Mark 1, 12 to 13. And the Spirit immediately drove him out of the wilderness. He was in the wilderness 40 days, tempted by Satan, and he was with wild beasts, and the angels waited on him. In Mark's Gospel, the beginning of Jesus' biography, is the proclamation of John the Baptist, quoting from the prophet Isaiah, "See, I am sending my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way." The voice of one crying out in the wilderness, "Prepare the way of the Lord, make his path straight." John pronounced that there was one coming that was more powerful than him. Then Mark's Gospel points us to Jesus from Nazareth to be baptized by John in the wilderness. The Trinity responds to Jesus' baptism, showing up all together as one. Then immediately the Spirit drove Jesus into the wilderness, where he was tempted by Satan, and Jesus was with wild beasts, and the angels waited on him. You see, Mark does not tell of what occurred during the temptation. We have to read Matthew and Luke for those details. Lent is based on his wilderness experience. Jesus was taken to the wilderness by the Spirit, while there were angels waiting on him. Matthew informs us that he fasted 40 days and nights. It was when Jesus is famished, hungry, that Satan appears. But in Matthew's account, there's no angels until after everything has occurred, and then suddenly the angels appear. In Luke's account, he expands this concept of fasting. He says Jesus ate nothing at all for those 40 days. And in Luke's account, there are no angels waiting on him. So today, as we begin our season of reflecting, repentance, and hopefully recommitment, as we journey these 40 days in fasting, self-denial, in the pursuit of God's will in some of our lives, remember Jesus in the wilderness, taken there by the Spirit. We all have our wilderness experience, and today may be the start of yours too, coming out of that wilderness. In the wilderness, we can be tempted, yet God's words, as Jesus spoke, "It is written," can lead us out and strengthen us during our tests. So stand strong in your journey and know it is written. Do not put the Lord your God to the test. Be pure in your experience, and don't get lost in the moment, and consider testing God through a fast and self-denial. God will always be God, regardless of what you do, think, or say. Don't allow your season to be engulfed with what God's going to do. In other words, if I fast 40 days, or if I pray 40 days, or if I whatever for 40 days, that's like bartering with God, and that's not God. Fast is for you to draw near. The intent is not for God to move because of you, but to know that God moves despite you.